I'm not gonna lie. Um, is anybody else getting Callisto Protocol vibes? Oh boy, I absolutely I can't sugarcoat this, guys. The reason why I'm referring to that particular game that completely flopped and botched its way onto our video game consoles almost a year ago. Man, I gotta be honest, I am absolutely on that same trajectory and wavelength when it comes to Alien Romulus. I mean, my God. I'm while the promotion, there has been good things in the teaser. I did a teaser gut reaction not too long ago, as well as there were good things that I noticed from it. I didn't get around to doing a gut reaction of the trailer, but man, between the interviews, between the websites discussing it, the trailer, and then there was I think a final trailer that came out for it with that really cringy, smooth jazz rendition of "My Lucky Star." Um, and not to mention that, but all the reveals, I absolutely have to mention this. Um, Ridley Scott going on the record of saying of having another meltdown, telling people not to tell him how to direct. Yeah, yeah, because the way that your career has played out, it's clear that how many hits and misses, and more misses as of late than you've had hits. Yeah, it's clear that you're the guy to be shepherding this, let alone that horrendous looking trailer for Gladiator 2. I'm I cannot be optimistic about this. I wish I could go into look, as I've mentioned before, the Alien franchise is my second it's tied for my very favorite movie monster and movie film of all time. Out of everything that I just mentioned, the promotion, the trailers, the reveals, the interviews, there's nothing new. It looks like it's just playing it safe, which is amusing to say that for a horror movie. I'm not optimistic for this. I don't think that it's going to do anything innovative. If it does anything new, I think it'll be, a face palm, cringy, unimaginative contribution that will remain within this own film, meaning that no one will think highly of the nuanced contributions that this film makes on its own without copying Alien or Aliens. I have no reason to believe that anything new won't be good. Anything that new that it has to offer will just, the reaction will be a shoulder shrug and it'll be forgotten. If not forgotten, ridiculed and mocked. I'm sorry, I just have no reason to believe that. The trail as far as the trailers are concerned, um, it's dude, for the trailers have spoiled way too much, and I don't wanna hear that that's the standard. No. The marketing team should know better, and I'm sorry, but a director should have some kind of spine to say, "No, we absolutely need this, to be a surprise." You know what I mean? And I feel like despite some of the good attributes that the trailers have given, especially the teaser trailer, I find it to be offset by the negative, by the repetitive. If the trailers haven't revealed that I don't know, they're looking to rehash too much of what is already familiar. And boy, if this franchise needs something, I mean, for God's sake, it's called Alien, not for nothing, but we should actually get some tapping into the spirit of what that was. You've always for fanboys have always heard it. It's called alien. It can be an adjective or a noun, meaning just the otherworldliness of what it is that you're about to encounter. Guys, if there needs to be something that is alien, if there needs to be something that is new, it's it's the plot. And we've just seen far too much that's familiar. And speaking of familiar, like, the trailers have especially the teaser, I'm sorry, the official trailer, um, they spoil way too much. The teaser already spoiled who gets face hugged. You know that there's going to be a final girl, not to mention what it is that she's wielding in order to vanquish the villain by the end. But you know how it is that she reacts to when she is face hugged, and I'm not spoiling anything here because it is in the official trailer. Her doing using that like X-ray machine to see from the inside out, the chest bursting scene. It's like, bro, save that for the movie. My God, stop spoiling everything. Um, I have no reason to believe, and this especially goes out because this insight especially goes out because of what I've seen. And believe me, I've tried my hardest to not read. I haven't read any interviews, but you know, you see headlines and the like, um, and people will have memes or just posters with information on it. Oh my god, I think that what we're in store for is Alien plus Aliens with a mix of Prometheus. Ugh, dread. But even if it didn't have anything to do with Prometheus, which is and most assuredly will be bad enough, bro. If all this movie, and I said it before, if all this movie amounts to is Alien plus Aliens, honestly, what is this movie? You know what I mean? Like why what is it that compelled anybody involved to make this movie then? If it's just, oh, this movie plus that one, it's like, dude, I've seen this before, you've seen this before. We can I own the Alien quadrilogy. We all the fanboys own these movies. We've seen these movies. We've binged these movies. It's like, dude, I can stay home, save all the millions and save the production and save the pointless scripting. Dude, I can sit home and watch Alien and Aliens. I can make a marathon out of that, a double feature. Like, dude, come on. And here's where I get on my soapbox if I haven't been already. This is where horror fans and genre fans, or I should say franchise fans of Aliens, this is where you demand more. Don't allow you to be sold a false bill of goods. I don't care if this movie chronologically takes place between Alien and Aliens. Dude, it has been 45 years since the original Alien came out. How's about we expect and we demand better? I'm not saying that of those 45 years, someone had to be locked in a cellar, cranking out scripts and nuanced ideas. But bro, come on, man, really? This movie, the original movie was it was genre defining. I'll be making a video on this because I mentioned it in my Alien watch party 45-year anniversary for the Mind's Eye Theater when I watched the original Alien recently. Y- Alien movies were a joke before 1979. And like after that, it's like, hey, this great genre defining award-winning film came out. Now what? It's like, why is it that nobody opted to like actually innovate on this? This is such a groundbreaking life form, and we just all we get is repetition or bad ideas or prequels or botched crossovers. How is it that nobody, including Ridley Scott, how is it that nobody can make anything new? How is it that this like in nearly half a century, no one has cracked the code over how to add something, make just take a chance, man. I realize that there have been a lot of dead ends before, but like that's where you hire creativity, not fanboys. Oh God, the teenagers. I mean, look, obviously I haven't seen this movie yet, but what the hell made people think that the writers of this to use teenagers? Really? That this movie, this concept just gave me a very bad taste in my mouth the moment that I saw it was going to be teenagers. Dude, the genre in and of itself it has a problem because it is held back by slasher tropes, and now you're gonna and I don't care about anyone who's ever said, "Oh, well, Alien is like a slasher." Give me a break, man. There's other monsters besides uh, uh a masked maniac with a knife. Calm down with that nonsense. Plus, it's the original Alien was called Haunted House in Space. What are you talking about? And you're telling me that the only monstrosity within fiction or nonfiction, or God forbid science fiction, that can murder someone or something else, it would have to be a knife wielding maniac? No, man. There's other monsters in this genre. Stop making everything about a slasher movie. And I'm sorry, but if you're gonna add teenagers into it, gee, who wants to bet that they're gonna be one note? Who wants to bet that there's not gonna be any level of characterization or character arc, an ensemble cast, or are we just going to be treated to a bunch of one-dimensional caricatures that are just carted off like cardboard, and they will have, again, they'll have nothing resembling an arc. They'll have nothing resembling actual chemistry with one another. Gee, who wants to place bets? It's insulting that all we are treated to is meat shields, and it's not like we haven't had recent examples of characters that are part of an ensemble that you root for. It's 2017. You're welcome. I don't understand this. Look, and oh my god, as far as the diversity quotas, this goes back to characterization. I don't care that they have a female Chinese character. I don't care that they have a black android. Make me care about these people. That's not a big ask. Like, and this was a problem from Prometheus, where like I couldn't give a crap about any of those, and neither could you. And that was even more exacerbated with Alien Covenant. Um, like it's diversity android, the diverse cast. It's like these really are check boxes. So why should I care about them if the people, if the casting director, if the script writer, if they don't care about them, and I have no reason to believe that they actually put in the work to make anyone feel anything for these characters, I highly doubt it. In fact, let me double down with this. I have no doubt that they're probably going to be using like robots as a metaphor for prejudice. Gee, you can bet your boots that that's gonna be a thing. Anyone who ever played the forgotten game, Detroit Become Human, I mean, it's so lame. The fact that we're still dealing with this in 2024, hell, the fact that so many other people point this crap out and hate it, it just, I mean, look at the movies that the reaction to Cinderella, the new Cinderella trailer. Um, the reaction to the new Borderlands movie. It's like, dude, just stop with the identity politics. Tell me a good story. Give me characters that I care about. Again, I don't care I don't care about their race, ethnicity, whatever, man. Just write interesting characters. And the fact that the teaser ended on that girl boss moment with the pulse rifle. Oof, man. Like this, if you actually track all of these movies, I would say even from Alien versus Predator all the way up until Alien Covenant, they, as much as they do these glorified remakes, they really can't get away from making like a stock standard Ripley ripoff. Like for no other reason, it's insulting from that perspective. I mean, seriously, look at the range of all these movies that I mentioned. You had that with Sanaa Lathan in AVP. You had that with the Marine chick in AVPR. You had that with Elizabeth Shaw in Prometheus. You had that with that Joseph Gordon-Levitt looking girl from Alien Covenant, and now whoever the lead is in this. And gee, once again, what are we treated to? A final girl. Hey, way to completely diffuse the suspense who's gonna survive. Yeah, thanks for that. Um, I don't think that they've learned anything from their sister franchise prequel that came out 2 years past, Prey. Oof. And you know what? If it, in terms of the like the identity politics and the girl boss moments and the refusal to make me care about these characters, or for there to be any level of character development, any arc that anyone goes through, any chemistry between your glorified meat shields, if this film gets lambasted and looked over and mocked and ridiculed for that, because they didn't, because They thought that they could pull this same trick twice. Now with Alien Romulus after Prey, good for them. I already discussed the pulse rifle and as well as the final girl now and in my teaser gut reaction. It's so predictable, man. And man, I have a lingering suspicion. I have done my utmost um to avoid spoilers, to avoid reviews that reveal too much. But man, I got with I almost said Eli Roth with Ridley Scott serving as producer. Something tells me that he just cannot let go his failures of the past, and we're gonna get some inkling of Prometheus in this, which, like, on paper, look at all these films that this movie is set to emulate. Alien, Aliens, and then possibly with a balancing act of Prometheus. So where in all of this is this movie's message? Where in all of that is this movie trying to carve out it blaze its own trail? Like you can't serve, not only can you not serve too many masters, you can't serve more than one. Like, this movie should have been made because somebody had a good idea, groundbreaking idea for this film, for this monster, for their characters. This this film needs to be I this film needs to be something new. I already mentioned how old this franchise is. It needs to break out of its mold. It needs to it needs to take chances. It needs to push this franchise forward. And hey, regurgitating the same nonsense, that's not gonna cut it anymore, and frankly, if we've seen already too much of and Aliens, not to mention 2 times up bat with Prometheus, both times were strikeouts, um, if we've seen, just enough of the identity politics, fact of the matter is we've seen too many of these damn requels, man, especially within the horror genre. Look what happened to last year's Exorcist. Look what happened to, what was it? Netflix Chainsaw Massacre when they attempted that Halloween route. Look at when Scream came back and was just a glorified I don't know, dictionary or how-to guide for these stupid Lego sequels. This crap needs to stop, man. We need to stop being so terrified of pushing a franchise forward that all that we get is greatest hits albums. No, man, that is not what this needs. That's not what this franchise needs. It's not good for the genre. And I don't care how dramatic I sound, it's not good for culture, man. And yeah, these movies are part of our culture, and that culture is slowly being whittled away by termites who only serve to regurgitate what came before. I'm sorry. I'm headed out to the theater in less than 20. I can't be optimistic about this. And again, I don't want to hate this. Do you think I'm paying a ticket, wasting my Friday? I don't want to hate this movie, but man, it's got to give me a reason to care. And spoiling critical scenes in the trailer ain't gonna make the cut. And no, reminding me of glory days gone by. Nah, man, sorry, that's not how this game is played, and shouldn't be. Absolutely, full stop. This needs something new. This needs something to push the genre forward, do something with the environment, leverage some other aspect of body horror, science fiction. Like, come on, man. Like, to this day, dare I say, the alien has yet to be the I'm talking about the monster. It has yet to be topped in terms, I mean, just the look of it, its how just its veracity, its life cycle. There genuinely isn't anything like this. And if if this needs to get with the times, I'm sorry, man. I'm not. Hey, I like nostalgia as much as anybody. I love all these films from the past. I like doing the watch parties that I do for my channel. Whenever I could do an '80s film, I mean, if there's one thing my channel is about is '80s horror. But dude, part of the reason for that is, hey, we're just not getting anything that's new, that's good, that's groundbreaking, that's great. I mean, it's very it's disconcerting. I don't want to hate this movie before I see it. I don't want it to fail because man, if this one fails, what the hell would that be? Seven straight films? Let me see. The two sequels, the two crossovers, two prequels. Yeah, this would be the seventh failure. Think about that. I mean, Jesus, even Freddy Krueger had a better batting average than that. It's quickly gonna come within 40 years. We're 2 years away from 40 years since we've seen a quality contribution, a quality follow-up, a quality sequel in this franchise. But and who knows what happens to this series if this movie flops? Then what? Seriously, that's an honest question. So, this has been the precaution. I will be back after the film, probably around 11 o'clock or so, with my aftershock. But yeah, I'm hoping that this movie surprises me in the best ways possible. But I have no reason to believe that, and this movie hasn't given me any reason to think that we are in for the greatest sequel since Aliens. And I think it's telling that this movie made the decision for itself to be wedged between the last two Alien movies because while it might seem like a combination of the only two good sequels in this series, while that might seem like a winning combination, fact of the matter is, not only do I think in reality that that decision to wedge this movie between the two best in the series, not only has that decision going to leave this film lesser than the sum of its parts, I think it's just going to leave it in a no man's land because it made the decision to not blaze its own trail. So, I've been Inkarnate for this Alien Romulus precaution. Remind